versatility. 30 seconds gone by, and the Chargers with a 3-point early lead. Uyasugi on the outside. He, one of the team leaders in scoring, averaging almost 11 a game. And here's Ellis. Kelvante tries to counter. He does not. Allen Wright with the rebound, and Butler pushes.
And you know how I like Allen Wright. They've got that little linebacker body going down low against Santa Ana.
Right, kick out Asali again for three. This time the right side, not friendly. Rebound Ellis. So Uyasugi in the front court out of Beckman. Relatively new high school down in the Tustin Irvine area, Mark. And there's a steal by Butler. Asali 3-on-2, poked away from behind by Solka, the sophomore.
That's where your teammates have to help you out, Corey. You're going down the court blindsided. They have to yell behind you to make sure it doesn't get blindsided on the play.
And there's a steal by Wright, just taking it away from Courtney Shan. Cross-court pass on Yejekwe to Grant C. He drives, kicks out. Christian Butler now. More decisive on the offensive end. Allen Wright steps out, rims out from three. And there's a deep three. Oh, man. I like Cody. 3-3, 17-40.
He took that from the J on the Don Johnson logo on the floor.
Crowd still here, Don Johnson court. Wright flashes, kick out. Onyejekwe back to Wright. Forces it up, and he gets bailed out on a foul called. And that's one of those, Mark, where if you're a referee, you're going to reward the offensive player for being out of control.
Yeah, and he gets too deep and you go down low. You should wait to see where the ball ends up, knowing that it's not even a possible basket, and you just let it go.
And what happened is that flow of offense, Allen Wright caught it as he flashed to the free throw line. That's when you turn, make that bucket from 14 feet away. But he kept it kicked out, and the offensive rhythm got out of whack as he connects on the first. But nonetheless, they get at least 1 point out of this possession, and you can see the movement and the confidence, not really confidence, Mark, but the assertiveness, let's say, on that offense in this early part of the game.
Well, and I like Wright as a player and him being on the court. I mean, Allen averages double figures, almost 11 points a game every time he gets to play. Butler
hounding Uyasugi. Ellis working on Grant C. Works him down low. Triple team blocked by Asali. Asali out of the pack. Butler, left hand, lays it up, lays it in. And a quick timeout taken by Santa Ana. 7-3 Cypress, 16:53 to play. First half just started. And this is a different look from the last time we saw the Chargers.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be realistic. Coach Al Haddaf was very honest. He said, hey, when we played Fullerton, we got the snot beat out of us. And then we became discombobulated. And now, because of some good practices and a good game, he feels like they're back. And Corey, he was quite honest. He said, hey, anybody can win the state I mean, I like that statement. If you get hot at the right time, quote unquote, we can win it if we get hot at the right time.
Yeah, you got to win 6 games. 1, 2, 3, 5 games. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I thought you were right with 6.
You got to win that many games. And Cypress is a perfect example of a team. They'd be like a 5-12 seed, maybe a 7-10 seed, and they get hot at the right time. They got as good a chance of winning, and especially when they play defense like this. Christian Butler, 2 straight layups. 9-3 Cypress. And we were talking to Coach Bregg down on the floor, and he said as long as we don't turn the ball over, play solid defense, we got a chance. 2 turnovers, 2 buckets. Down low, Ellis away from C for 2.
And you see, when the big men play and are aggressive for Cypress, the game is a different game for them.
And then there's a turnover stolen by Shan. And there's almost another steal. Woods has it up top. Big man goes 6'7", 290. Stripped by Allen Wright. Here's C. And a reach-in foul on Miles Solka. Quick whistle. Dave Bregmark was at Mayfair High School back in the day. Mayfair, quality basketball program at the high school level.
Yeah, you know, I can remember the days when they used to get the love. Now they don't seem to get as much as they used to in the past.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation we need to have.
Exactly.
Butler, Butler with the ball. Slater Miller checks in for the first time. No loop to Saley. Almost loses it. Down low, triple team. Kick out. Onyejekwe in the corner. Butler goes 3 for 3. No. Those 2 layups and a missed three-pointer. Soko to Jonathan Castellanos. Castellanos on the floor down low. Tipped away. Stolen by Miller. To Butler. Onyejekwe filling the lanes. 10-5. Castellanos working on Butler to Woods. Solka, one of the only sophomores, down low, blocked from behind by Miller, foul over the top by Miller.
Corey, this is a first for me. I've never seen the Cypress Charger mascot.
Special occasions. Second time.
Well, I thought maybe you were going to tell me only birthday parties when you said that.
Cavante Ellis out of Rappahannock High School in Warsaw, Virginia, misses the first free throw. 6'2" guard, averages 15 points, which leads the team. 8 rebounds, also leads the team. 1 assist, 1 steal. Second free throw drops. 11-6, excuse me. Cypress with the lead. Santa Ana, 2-1-2 in the zone. Saley thought about the three, has one. Grant C sees the three, misses long. Rebound, good box out by Court Franklin, 6'6" out of Calvary Chapel. Castellano spins in the lane and travels. Good help defense by Grant C. So out is Solka. Back in is Uyasugi. Also in for the first time is Thomas Billinger. Billinger, 6'5", 200-pound sophomore out of Germany. Five-point lead for the Chargers, 14-15 first half. Onyejekwe, who's got a layup. Butler got 2 layups. Down low to Miller, power dribble up, no call, misses the easy chippy.
He nonchalanted that one up, Corey. He didn't drive to the basket hard and force the shot, and it was an easy defensive play for the Dons of Santa Ana.
Yeah, usually the freshman out of Ocean View plays harder than that. There's a reach in up top on Onyejekwe. Baseline, no sideline out of bounds for the Dons. .15 to shoot. Uyasugi high post up top. He uses the right screen by Franklin. Castellanos working around the perimeter. Double team by Miller. Last touch by Onyejekwe. 3 seconds to shoot. 13:28 to play first half.
Castellanos averages about 3 points a game for the Dons.
On the inbound, Ellis got to put it up quick. Steps back from 17. And nonchalantly buries his 5th point. 11-8 Chargers.
Ellis, the big scorer for Santa Ana. A little over 15 a game.
Lazy pass in the backcourt, tracked down by Onyejekwe. Mark gets it to Christian Butler on the left side. Spinning in the lane, skip pass to Mark. Instead of raising from 8 and shooting, passes back out. Grant C in the lane. That's how you do it. As he has his first 2 points of the ball game, and it's 13-8. 30-second timeout taken by the Cypress College Chargers. I was just trying to figure out, is it 13? Yeah, it's 13-8. I was waiting for him.
It's interesting, Coach Al Haddaf was talking about Grant C, and I was telling him what Corey saw Grant C last year compared to this year and thought he improved. And I thought he gave Grant an incredible compliment, saying how he had grown into his sophomore year, that he's been a more thinkable basketball player, just not a shooter. And he is a leader, even though he's a quiet leader for this Cypress team.
I think if he opens up, I think that'd be the key for them making that long run.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think he's capable of getting you at least one game, possibly two. Ellis out of the timeout, drives left, dumps down low to Franklin. He left his short. Allen Wright with his second carry. Blake Ballard, the sharpshooting Blake Ballard, wears number 3. Prolific three-point shooter, and he has it up top with C, Wright, Miller, and Onyejekwe. Top of the key. Ballard thought about the 3, 12 to shoot. Miller working on Ellis, double teamed by Franklin and taken away. Castellanos. Franklin cradles in and just throws one up. 12 minutes left. The flow is
exactly.
Onyejekwe looking for right down low. 2-3 is the zone. C drives, kick out. Mark for 3. Got to make it. Does not. Long rebound up top. Allen Wright is there. Power dribble. Runs over one. And finishes. Are they going to call continuation? Because that is a foul. They do count the bucket. Foul goes on Thomas Billinger. Allen Wright with 2 points already. 4 points on the bucket. Looking for number 5 on the free throw.
Corey, here's the one thing that's really tough, though. You had a great first game with the women, close, nail-biter to the very end. Then you get to come out and play. Then you get to come out. And that's exactly what happens to the men here. An exciting first game, and everybody sort of looks and hopes it'll be the same thing. It's not. The opponent's different. The men's game and style is different than that of the women.
And can't convert the three-point play. Tyler Woods back in the ballgame, gets the rebound. 15-8, 11:30 to play first half. Castellanos working on Lake Ballard. Here's Sam Arian, turns it over. Newly into the ballgame, and another turnover. That's number 4 for the Dons. Blake to Lake, Lake to Blake, Blake for 3. 18-8, 10-point lead for the Chargers.
It sounded like a weather forecast.
Uyasugi, no. Lake Ballard getting more playing time as the season progresses. Lake is out of Valencia High School, 6'2", 175-pound freshman. Blake hit that last 3. Running around the perimeter, does his best Richard Hamilton impersonation, misses that long, but there's the ever-present Allen Wright. He's got 6 points, and it's a 12-point lead for the Chargers.
Great pass, Allen Wright by Ballard.
Ellis pops from 12, long rebound, last touch by Hattie back in the ballgame. So it's Saley and the Ballard guys, Wright and C on the floor. And for Santa Ana, Castellanos, Solka back in, Uyasugi, Woods, and Shan. Shan is 6'9". Wants to go on the interior. They come out to Woods. Uyasugi with the left-handed dribble. Almost turned it over. Good help defense by C. Dumps down low to Shan. Step back, raises. Pretty shot by Courtney.
Yeah, nice little touch as he falls away and makes that 18-footer so that a tear drops right through the hoop.
20-10. Cypress in this first half, under 10 in the first half. Allen Wright underneath, hops into a shot, no travel call. Here's Asali with the second chance. Lake Ballard, he misses long. Loose ball foul, Hattie over the back.
Hattie out of position, and every once in a while, Corey, you have to concede that the other player has you blocked out instead of trying to climb over their back.
9:33 to play in the first half.
Nice
Baseball,
crowd.
softball, I was going to say, nice crowd. Baseball, softball, volleyball here. Step back, no. Asali his second rebound. Moms, dads, alumni even. I was walking over there. That's why I walked over there, Mark. We're going to get some alumni on the air. Wright faces. It is Wright's night. He's got 8, 22-10. 9 minutes to play. Castellanos. Little push shot. No good. Wright with his third rebound. So Mark's prediction of Allen Wright's going to have a big game so far coming to fruition. Lake Ballard, Grant C. around the perimeter, behind the back dribble. Allen Wright, he's feeling it now. He's got 11 points, 25-10 for Allen, 25-10 for Cypress. Here's Tyler Woods. Keeping the dribble alive, poked away by Allen. He gets the steal, give and go. C behind the back dribble to Blake Ballard. He's got 5, and a timeout taken with 8:07 to play in the first half. 17-point lead for the Chargers. Chargers getting live on Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net.
You know, Corey, one thing I will say about this team, we've watched them run fast breaks. They're very good at the fast break because everybody runs the floor. They find a lane, and they widen the floor when they run the floor. Lots of times you'll see a couple like Jerry's a foot in front of me, Ryan's a foot behind me, but what they do is they've got at least that 5-foot gap, and they spread the floor quickly, and that really was a pretty fast break.
And it's going to be funny when Coach Al-Hadif, it's funny because his defensive philosophy is defense, or his philosophy is defense. You play deep, good defense, good things will happen. You play fundamental, good things will happen. I'm just waiting to see when he's got the guys that are going to occasionally get up and down the court and run. Because I said it before, when he played in college, it was just a non-stop scoring machine. And right now, that's what it kind of is in this little run. But once he has his players dialed in offensively, I think you're looking at a team that's ready to ascend and a program ready to ascend, Mark.
Well, he's got some great assistant coaches, and he's a fantastic head coach. Like Perry Webster said, there's a lot of good young coaches here on the community college level.
27-10. All Cypress in this first half. 8 minutes to play. Uyasugi can't get around Blake Ballard. Calls play number 2. Pulls up for 3. He says, I am the one. 27-13.
Jerry almost jumped off the ledge on that one.
Butler, Ballard, Wright, and Asali out of the timeout. 14-point lead. Dumps down, poked away by Court Franklin. Miles Suka running with Franklin. Spin in the lane. 2 flops, no calls. Mark, that play made me hungry for some flapjacks. 27-13. Blake Ballard, second three, off. Rebound, Solka. At a Mountain Point High School. Out of Phoenix. Down low, Franklin working. Left hand, no. Rebound followed by Ellis. He's got 7.
Ellis is that quiet basketball player, Corey, that he's on the floor, you don't know he's there. And the next thing you say, he's got 14 points in a game.
This is a very young Don team. They're playing better as the season progresses. But if players travel on Lake Ballard, you're looking at a team, Mark, that if they get 5 of their players back, you have a squad that's going to be making the OEC a lot more dangerous than it already is.
The Ballard boys head to the bench.
Onyejekwe and C back in the ballgame. Ellis working hard, spins in the lane, double team, and throws it out of bounds.
Well, he tried to shoot over the big man from Cypress, and, you know, when he is playing and when you have right out there that is a linebacker-sized basketball player, it's very difficult to go down low.
27-15 your score. On the inbound, talk about a linebacker. Christian Butler lays a hit on Thomas Billinger.
Well, he thought it was going to be a corner route, so he went underneath to go for the pick. Actually, they were going deep on the play.
PI. So pass interference on Butler. And there he is scrapping at half court. You got to love the effort. Solka pulls up, misses from 17. Court Franklin working hard underneath. Gives the Dons a second chance. Uyasugi, that's all he does is make threes. He's got 9 points on 3 threes. It's 27-18. Slater Miller scheduled to check in on the next dead ball. Santa Ana in the zone can be exploited. Butler, corner, Onyejekwe for 3. Long, rebound to Saley. That's one way to exploit it. Blocked by Ellis. And Cypress, that focus, little lacking here. 5:23 to play in the last 3 minutes. 17-point lead has been cut to 9. Court Franklin held by Onyejekwe down low.
Ubasuki, you talked about him, Corey, shoots 42% from three-point country, so he can put it up there. He's got good numbers as a three-point shooter.
Billinger out. Shan back in. Franklin, power in the move against Miller. No good. Fouled from behind by Onyejekwe with the reach. That's going to get you every time if you help. Court Franklin, 6'6", out of Calvary Chapel. Local product. We've heard a lot about keeping the local players local. It's all right to have 1, maybe 2 guys from outside or 2 girls from outside, but you want to keep it local, keep that talent and grow your game. As Court Franklin makes the first, and timeout on the floor taken by the Cypress with 5:11 to play in the first. 27-19 is your score. This is Chargers Live on SportsNetUSA.net.
You know, Corey, the thing that's interesting with this team, we've seen it this year, they could go on runs and look as sweet as anything you've seen, and then 5 minutes later, it's the car accident, everybody's got whiplash, and nobody knows how to play basketball. That's the inconsistency that we've seen this season again.
You mentioned it, 27-10 at the 9-minute mark. It's 27-19 at the 5:11 mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's that sort of thing that we have noticed. And Coach Al Haddop will change things up to see if he can get consistency on the floor as Ballard and Miller are back in the game now for the Chargers.
Joining Christian, Grant, and Allens. Franklin at the line for his second attempt. The lefty made the first, misses the second. So it stays an 8-point lead for the Chargers. 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Ballard and Butler play catch out front. Miller down low, working on Shan. Awkward, unorthodox move on the put up and does not score. Good D by Shan. Uyasugi, 3 threes. Butler a little handsy up front. Sulka in the lane, raises and passes. Franklin trying to extend it range. He does not. Rebound, chase. Butler can't save it. As he takes out one of his teammates, he's back up, ready for some action. .427 to play first half, 27-19 your score. Soka inbounds to Shan. Uyasugi. There is a fresh shot clock. He pushes off for 3, and they call a travel.
Well, Corey's always using that free forearm to separate himself from the defender. He's done it more than once. He lays it on the defender's chest and gives that little nudge with the forearm out there. The officials have let him get away with it on 2 or 3 occasions this night.
Ballard, Miller, C. Around the perimeter, get some rhythm to your offense, looking for that back door. Miller in the lane. He's got 2, the 6'5 freshman from Huntington Beach. It is 29-19, lead back to 10. Shan looking to post up Allen Wright. Ellis couldn't deliver. Now he's double teamed. Kick out to Solka. Set shot rattles home. Miles has 2, 29-21. 3:28 to play in the first. Miller throws it away.
And you watch Miller press out there just a little, trying to make the complete play on the floor where it takes, instead of taking the simple play, then maybe you have to add one more move to it to get the basket.
And I think he's still trying to play into that form he had early season because, like we said, he was an MVP of that tournament. I forgot to write it early in the season up north. He was the MVP of that tournament. Entry pass, fighting for it. Shan, loose ball on Wright as he came in late. But he hasn't really been able to get those 8 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assist type lines. And when he's at the free throw line, he is pressing.
The referee told Coach Al Haddop that the foul on Wright was down low. I didn't think it was a foul. I saw 3 guys go up. He's getting right because of the body. And every once in a while when you're a little bigger guy, if you sort of knock somebody off their feet, you're going to get that foul called against you.
And while Courtney Shan is at the line, I'm going to go a little get off my lawn moment right now.
Okay.
When you flash to the free throw line, I miss the days where somebody can just turn and shoot a 2 from 14 feet away and make that consistently.
But nobody works on that, Corey.
Because I'm going to stay on my lawn, so you get off mine real quick.
All right.
They have to kick out for 3 because that's the way the game is played. I'm just, old and out of touch, and there's a turnover, speaking of out of touch, by Cypress. They've got a 6-point lead now. It was once 27-10. It's a 13-2 run by Santa Ana. Ryan Stewart is in. 6'4" out of Santiago High School in Corona. Alan Wright is out.
And I'm going to get on my lawn here for the simple reason, just because everybody thinks the three-point shot is much more exciting, it doesn't mean the game is better.
Down low, that's better. And that's good offense, better defense. Ryan Stewart just inserted into the ball game, making things happen.
It's interesting because they talked about one of your favorite players on the air today because of the threshold that LeBron made. And somebody made the statement, well, Kareem, you got to realize Kareem didn't do much to put up his 42,000 points. He wasn't creative. And if I could have gotten through to that individual, you know who I'm talking about. I always complain about him. I just said, did you ever watch the game? Corey, show me that 10-foot skyhook, that 15-foot skyhook. I'll take that all day long for that 42% three-point shot.
Ballard drives the lane on the baseline, blocked by Ellis. And the offense for Cypress has just gone away. We're under 2 minutes in the first half. There's a pull-up, a stop and hop. 29-25, 15-2 run.
Well, I think the offense went down to 91-5 towards Santa Ana.
Grant C. trying to get Cypress back into the game mentally. And not yet as Christian Butler fumbles it out of bounds. 1:31 to play in this first half. And all the momentum gone for Cypress that they had in the first 10 minutes of this game. The last 10 minutes has belonged to Santa Ana. They've scored 2 points in 7 minutes. Shan up top, Solka. 4 on the shot clock. Big man Tyler Woods cuts it to 1. The center from Santa Ana Orangewood Academy. Under a minute to play, and it's a 1-point lead for the Chargers. Stewart, C, and Butler. Ballard straight away. Drives the lane and pulls up from 12. That's easy. He's got 7 points, 31-28. 30 seconds to play. Uyusugi to Ellis. Bounce pass to Solka. He's in the lane, triple team. I thought Woods was going to take that one as well. Looks at the shot clock, says he's got 10 to shoot. Uyusugi's going to pull up. He does from 3 on the right wing. Short rebound up high. Shan has it go off his fingertips out of bounds with 7.8 seconds to play in this first half.
He thinks he should have gotten the call for that three-point shot. Yet another three-point shooter that kicks his feet out, hoping to get contact and get the call by the official.
With 7 seconds, Woods out. Darian Hammond's in. Hammond's out of George Washington High School in Denver. Grant C. around Castellanos. For Butler, got to take it. Looks good, is long. Rebound. And that'll end the half with Cypress, a 3-point lead over Santa Ana, 31-28. This is Chargers Live in SportsNetUSA.net. A tale of two halves. First 10 minutes, Chargers extend and expand their lead to 27-10. Second 10 minutes, 18-4 run as Santa Ana pulls within 3. Corey Nayland, Mark Pavlovich, Jerry Roque on the call here at Don Johnson Court. It's blackout night, pink night here at Cypress as the women, they lost a heartbreaker in not double overtime. We were wishing it would have gone to double overtime, but they lose the overtime to OCC, 77-73. They're still in second place in the OEC, but boy, this was that game, Mark. that they get in the tie with first place, playoffs coming, they're finding their groove without one of their best players, and now they got confidence riding sky high.
And Corey, it came down to a shot that some people, because we were wandering around after the game, talked to an individual that's a good friend of ours, one of the coaches out here, Brad Pickler, said, hey, I refereed basketball for 22 years. You don't call that 3-point foul, he said, and you look at it, and you even said to him, yeah, you could call it being not a 3-point shot, but a foul on throwing the ball. That would have given him a 1-on-1 and taken him to the line.
Yeah, and here's the thing. And no matter what the official called, nobody was going to like it.
No.
Because if you're Orange Coast, how do you not call it a 3-point shot? Because she had the presence of mind to throw it at the basket as a shot attempt. And you can call that a shot attempt because of the time remaining. If it's 10 minutes on the floor and she's throwing a shot like that up, yeah, that's out. But with 3 seconds on the clock on the floor, she throws up a shot like that, you can call it a shot. We were thinking foul, and I thought they had one to give.
Yeah, that's what you told Brad.
Yeah. And so I thought it was out of bounds, but they didn't have one to give. We're going to play Cypress here, home cooking. Yeah, that's a 2-shot foul. Of course, if we were broadcasting for OCC on there, we would say, yes, that's a great call. 3 shots coming.
And, Corey, it comes back to the old adage with everybody that talks about, all of the game. And, some of us will harp about charity stripe things, but a 1 or 2 missed field goals. It was interesting with you because you talked about it with 3 minutes left to go in the game. And that's when you said, well, you need to become almost that perfect free thrower with 3 minutes left to go in the game. Both teams had opportunities at the charity stripe to basically pull away at any time. Orange Coast could have tied up and gone away because they went to the line, left points at the line, and you flip it over for Cypress. They had more than 1 or 2 opportunities when they were up by 4 at the charity stripe that they could have easily had an 8 or 9 point lead as the clock ran out.
Yeah, and we're sitting here at halftime for the men's side, and boy, the first half, again, they looked so good. They looked like that week and a half of practice, and it's like they worked on things. But the last 10 minutes, it hasn't been pretty. I mean, 10 of 25 field goals for Santa Ana. That's 40%. 13 of 29 for Cypress. You're thinking that's pretty good. That's good. But again, that second half, they only shot 3 of 13 from 3, where they were doing their damage 15 feet and in, and they got away from that. 4 of 8 from 3 for Santa Ana. That's their game. If you shoot 50% from 3, you'll take that no matter what. Free throws, 2 of 3 for Cypress, 4 of 6 for Santa Ana. But the turnovers, 12 for Santa Ana coming in the first 10 minutes. 9 for Cypress coming in the last 10 minutes. So it's really total rebounds, 13 apiece. There's really no flow to this game.
And Corey, you talk about the lack of players now wanting to shoot those 15-footers or those gimmies that somebody's going to give it to you. Oh, I'm going to take the 3 away from you, but you can have that 15-footer for 2. And you go, oh, no, let me kick it out to Jerry. He's 35 feet from the basket for 1 additional point. Math will tell you, take the 2s as long as you can.
But analytics will tell you, Mark, that you got to take the 3 because that's the way the
Analytics tell you to take the free Spam sandwich because it's free. But you wouldn't eat the free Spam sandwich if it was handed to you.
I'm taking the 3.
You're taking the 3, exactly. Corey will walk the extra 3 blocks to buy his own burger instead of taking the free Spam sandwich. And that's what's happened to basketball. And it goes back to the statement I heard today, Corey, which I thought was maddening. I'm sure somebody would look at me today if I had somebody like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that would throw up the sky hook, make the two, shoot at easy 50% or more, and have people go to me, oh, but he's always taking it from 8 to 10 feet. He plays with his back to the basket. It's not really exciting. You bounce it into him. He takes two, fakes the left, fakes the right, and throws up a hook shot. Yeah, but we're winning. Isn't that the point? We're winning the game, not, oh, how exciting that was for Cypress women, but they lost. It's not about how exciting. It's about winning and losing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm old school. That's what I thought it was all about.
No, that's not old school. That's a misnomer. We're going to get into that in the car anyway.
Well, we don't have enough time to have?
No, we don't have enough time and have to talk about this, but I feel where you're coming from. I think the best teams have that balance. I really do. I think the best teams know we can shoot threes all the time, but we know we can bring it in with 15 feet in and we can score that way. They're more balanced, and and that's all it is. When you get more teams using that balance, it's like the Force, Mark. When you're balanced, you achieve good things. When you're out of balance, you become a Sith, and that's bad. You go to the dark side, and you can't win if you're just shooting those threes. Golden State Warriors, for example, are a prime example. Kentucky's a prime example in college, and Cypress, if they can win, is a good example here at the community college. They're prolific three-point shooting teams, but they know how to play every conceivable way other than just shooting threes, and that what makes them good.
Well, I think Corey, a really good example of it was watching the women's game before the men's game today. You saw Hawkins drive the basket and take that little 8-foot shot, like you said, on the air. Give that to me all day long. Yet they still had the three-point shots that were taken. There was great balance by both teams, be it OCC or Cypress, when you watch that women's game today. It wasn't one team lived and died by the three or one team lived and died by the 15-footer. It was great balance by both the women's team, and that's why the game was so exciting.
And speaking of balance yourself out with more SportsNetUSA.net broadcast. Friday, we'll be back here. 6 p.m. Cypress women's basketball. They face Irvine Valley. Another reason why that win tonight would have been so big.
Fight for second place.
It will be. That's 6 p.m. on Friday. Then February 14th, it's Valentine's Day here at Cypress at 6 p.m. versus the men versus Santiago Canyon. Again, the later you get in the season in the OEC, the more difficult it gets because you're facing top-notch teams every ball game. And then February 25th, men's basketball begins. It's
Playoff
ELAC
time?
to be announced.
Playoff time?
Playoff time.
Playoff time. Brad Pickler's softball team went out and played Cerritos today. Won that game 5-0. We'll have a lot of Cypress softball here on SportsNetUSA.net. Don't forget Cerritos softball on SportsNetUSA.net. Ed Ford, Corey Nail, and myself will be going out there on SportsNetUSA.net. We'll let you know what the lineup is for the playoffs in basketball on SportsNetUSA.net. Chargers Live. We're pretty sure the women should have a home game in the playoffs. We're pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I think they would have a home game, yeah.
Now we're not sure about the men.
Now we're not sure about the men. You would think if they can finish 1, 2, or 3 in conference, I'd give them a home game, yeah.
Okay. But that'll be set up by the conference, and then we'll make sure you check the homepage at Cypress and on sportsnetusa.net, and that'll let you know when the playoff games are.
So at the half, it's 31-28. Cypress ended that first half not prettily, as it was an 18-4 run by Santa Ana as they closed the gap to 31-28. Allen Wright led the way, 11 points and 6 rebounds. Blake Ballard had 7. Christian Butler 4. Hattie Aseli knocked down his first 3, his only 3. Grant C., Slater Miller, Mark Onyejekwe, all 2 points each for Cypress. For Santa Ana, Cody Uyasugi, 9 points, all from deep threes. Kelvonte Ellis had 7. He also had 4 rebounds. Miles Sulka and Courtney Shan had 4 points apiece. Tyler Woods hit a 3, and Court Franklin made 1 free throw in that first half, and they are down by 3 points. Cypress looking to start the second half like they started the first half, with solid defense and converting. Again, they shot 45% in that first half. Santa Ana shot 40%. Fast break points, Cypress 8 fast break points in the first half. Santa Ana had 0.
Corey Neal, and I'm out there recruiting interviews for next Friday's game. So maybe next Friday I'll have a few soccer players on the air here from Cypress College. So it's just not you and I at halftime. If we can't get one of the coaches up here to come out. So we like to give love to all the sports here on sportsnetusa.net and Chargers Live. A little soccer, a little all of that. So soccer, softball, basketball, and playoffs right around the corner, all here on sportsnetusa.net and Chargers Live. See, I'm always out there looking to promote the program.
Yes, we are, and we will. I didn't even think about this earlier, but we will have to talk about attire.
Attire? Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll discuss that after as we sit 3.
You know, I was having a really good night till you showed me that. You know, the thing is, I think that bottom word is spelt wrong and they don't even know it. So
a lively night at Don Johnson Court, Cypress Gym. Of course, on the campus of Cypress College.
You know what I like? You know, it really makes me feel good. For all the years that we used to do NAIA basketball, the women would come. They were really good. Be a few people in the stands. Men would play. It'd be packed. You know what was nice about tonight? The place was packed while the women were playing. The men's game started. There's still a few softball players here. I don't know what happened to the baseball team.
They're still running around. They were shooting hoops earlier.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay. Corey, what does Cypress need to do with 51 seconds to go to get back in this game?
Nothing that they did in the final 10 minutes.
I think Coach Al Haddif would agree with that one.
Yeah, I wanted to be in the locker room at that, because you just don't know what happened, and that's what he talked about staying focused for 40 minutes. If they stay focused for 40 minutes, they're one of the better teams in the state. So to start the second half, they'll have possession. Allen Wright will inbound. Grant C., Hattie Aseli, Christian Butler, and Mark Onyejekwe are on the floor. For Santa Ana, Tyler Woods, Courtney Shan, Miles Sulka, Cody Uyasugi, and Kelvonte Ellis, excuse me. So Onyejekwe to Aseli at the high post. Faces on Woods, runs over Woods, no call. And that's a 5-point lead for the Chargers.
I like Woods looks at the referee and says, "Excuse me, but I'm not 5'1", 118 pounds."
I thought a whistle was coming.
So did I.
Uyasugi crosses, steps back straight away, short. Onyejekwe to Butler. Here he is in the front court. Right turns, faces. Almost stolen by Woods. Reach in on Woods. Tyler's having a rough night. That's a rough start to the second half. As you get run over, then get called for a reach in.
Well, here's the thing. Cypress moves the ball. They give you a pass, the ball gets moving. Then it goes into the middle of the high post, and it stops. And the offense stops at the high post.
And there's a travel.
Corey, again, it goes to the high post, and the movement stops. And everybody's on the wing standing there watching the person at the high post.
So 33-28, 59 seconds gone in this second half. Uyasugi guarded by Butler. They're trying to get Woods on the entry. Ellis brings it to Shan. Shan hands to Solka. Sets the screen and floats. Dives down up top. Good help defense by Wright with 7. Ellis raises long on the back rim. Solka second chance. Skip pass. Tyler Woods down low to Shan. Poked away by Asali. Saved to C. Here are the Chargers coming one-on-one with Uyasugi. Blocked by Ellis. Foul. Touch foul.
And I like, again, when C runs the floor, he keeps his head up and looks for things. He drives to the basket. There were no trailers to help him out. So at that stage of the game, it was either go all the way or get called for a charge.
Or.
Yep, he could have.
The sophomore converts. He's got 3. First team all-conference last year out of Long Beach. Grant averages 12.8 points per game, 82% from the line. Both free throws are up and in. He's got 4 points and it is 35-28. 18-19 to play in the half. That'll be 18-19 in the game. Shan with the hip check, trying to free up Ellis. And they catch Tyler Woods posting up and a foul on the push. And Coach Dave Brigg, he's saying, you got a touch foul on this end, hard foul on our end. Things ain't adding up. Here's Wright working on Woods. Woods reaches, and that's a foul. And now you got to worry about a technical.
I was going to say, that's when I get thrown out of the game on that foul, because that's when I turn around and look at the referee and ask him what they're watching, politely.
Yes, you would. You would be very polite, Mark. I've seen your vocabulary. Assistant coach, why don't you just move over to the head coaching position? Allen Wright drives in the lane, up and under, no good on the scoop. Rebound, Shan can't control it. Asali pokes it away, and here's Butler. Butler has it stolen by Ellis, knocked out of bounds by Ellis. So quick hands by Kelvonte. Cypress has it with 27 to shoot.
Corey, there's no crispness in the passes. They're telegraphed along the way.
Grant C for 3, blocked by Ellis. Good athleticism. Wright contains it. Dumps down low to Asali for 2. Hattie's got 2. Allen Wright's got his second assist. And Cypress creeping out to a bigger lead of 9. Uyasugi cut off by Onyejekwe. Woods has 1 3. Brings it to Solka. Solka dumps down to Woods, or excuse me, that's Ellis underneath, fouled by Asali. He'll head to the line.
And here's the big thing. You're larger than the player that you're playing against. You go down low. You don't need to leave the ground to block his shot. When you leave the ground and you're coming down, there's only one thing that happens. You're going to come down with your arms first, and a foul is going to be committed.
And a free throw is made, 37-29. Court Franklin, very active in the first half, checks in for Courtney Shan. Ellis has 8 points, 4 rebounds. 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the line, make it 3 of 4 from the line, 9 points, and it's 37-30. Under 17. Second half. Onyejekwe, quick release on the 3, looked good, just long. Allen Wright with his 5th rebound. Kick back out to Mark for 3, second chance, makes him pay. He's got 5 points. And it's 40-30. Ellis away from Asali, too easy underneath. He's in double figures with 11.
And again, he calls for the ball early, sets himself in the right position. The pass is on the money and makes the easy move to the basket.
And there's no hesitation on the put-up either. Onyejekwe maneuvering in the lane for 2. He's got 7 on 5 straight points, and it's a timeout for the Chargers. And they extend to a 10-point lead of 42-32. They take a timeout with 16:04 to play in the second half. Chargers live at SportsNetUSA.net.
Corey, when you watch the actions of Coach Al-Hadaf at the bench, he's looking at the guys down low that should be taking care of things, and they're not. You know what? I need to take my headset off, go down there and dance for the crowd, because this is...
Please don't.
Oh. Jerry was intense. He was going to swing the camera around, do a documentary on the shimmy. Of course, at my age, somebody might think it's a nervous breakdown, so...
No, you shimmy too much at your age. Something's about to break out and pop.
They go down and quiver on the floor, and everybody's going, that's amazing. And somebody goes, wait, his spine is gone.
He's doing the alligator. 16:04 to play. Cypress up by 10. As Cypress in that first half, they're getting back to the way they played in the first 10 minutes of the ball game. Would see Asali. Blake Ballard checks in on Onyejekwe and Butler. Woods, Solka, Ellis, Uyasugi, and Franklin on the floor for the Dons. Cypress exclusive in the man-to-man. Step back, doesn't take the 3. Out of the timeout, Woods facing on Asali. Working around, big man uses, crosses over in the lane, gets fouled, but as he misses the layup and heads to the line for 2 shots.
Big man crosses over, gets free, takes his forearm, puts it in front of him to give a little nudge, and that's the one thing I see from the Dons, that they understand that officials let them put an arm on somebody to get a little separation. They're not going to call it. I like that from a player, realizing what the official's not going to do, and therefore I'm going to do it.
Slater Miller in. Mark Onyejekwe out. Woods makes 1 of 2. So 42-33. Woods has 3 points. 9-point lead for the Chargers. Miller all the way, blocked by Ellis. That's his second. Behind the back dribble for Soko. Matriculating all the way for 2. (42-35). Butler slows it up in the corner. That quick release is there if he wanted it. Kicks back out to Christian Butler, and he travels. Indecisive on what to do with the ball. 14:59 left.
You know, somebody's got to tell Blake Ballard he needs some baggy socks that sort of go down to his ankles. He's got the hair going for him. Yeah, he doesn't score the amount of points that guy used to score, but we could get the look going here at Cypress.
Franklin, he steps back from 17.
Restyle his hair a little.
Court cutting the deficit to 5. Ballard jump pass, Miller, Butler around the world to see. In and out, Ellis. Rebound number 5 for Kelvante. Running the court in the corner to Solka, pulls up from 16. 2 in a row for Miles. He's got 4 points and cuts the lead to 5. 42-37. Or excuse me, cuts the lead to 3 at 42-39. Butler skip pass. See, Ballard deep 3.
See, he heard me.
He's in double figures with 10. 45-39. You're talking about that player, Billy Hoyle, right?
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Entry pass too high for Woods, out of play. Turnover for Santa Ana as Allen Wright checks in for Slater Miller. Courtney Shan will check in for Tyler Woods. Cody Uyasugi in for Solka. Castellanos and Ellis, the 5 on the floor. C and Butler. Wright, Ballard, and Asali. Cypress with a 6-point lead. 9-point lead. He's got 3 threes and 13 points. Shan underneath, blocked by Asali, standing his ground. His second block, 9-point lead. And he's out of bounds.
And you know what, it was going to happen again. He was going to take that 3 from the wing and drill it too. And then they were going to be off and running as they're up by 9 with 12:58 to go here in the second half.
Kelvante Ellis all the way. That's just poor defense.
And I'm going to say it's good offense because he kept taking what they were giving him.
Yeah, poor defense. 48-41, 12:36 to play. And that can't make the coaching staff happy on a play like that.
Not from Cypress.
Yeah, no, and if you look at him on that play, that sits a coach down saying, you know, let me sit down before we go off. 12:31 to play in the game. They've got a 7-point lead. Count the bucket on the block as Allen Wright being strong with 13 points.
Ellis sort of looks up and said something to Wright, and Wright turns around and goes, yeah, absolutely, as the player stays on the ground for a second.
Court Franklin holding his right ankle. He's a freshman who stands 6'6". He's going to have to check out for a couple moments as Tyler Woods back in.
And Corey, you know what? I'm going to give it to Allen Wright. He created the contact. The player went down and came back up like his ankle was hurt. Allen Wright went from the free throw line and gave him a handout to make sure he was okay. I appreciate that on Wright's part, going over there and check on a player he plays against.
Second three-point opportunity does not convert, but they still have a 9-point lead with 12:23 to play. Here's Castellanos quickly in the corner. Maneuver to Woods. Woods, three-pointer. Nice touch, can't convert. There's a hold by Castellanos. Asali and Ballard were going up. Asali with two hands, Ballard with one. Castellanos had three arms on that rebound.
And Ballard took the brunt from Asali when he went up, too. I mean, that was the thing. There was a contact, yeah, my own guy.
Seeing Butler. Ballard calling for it. Wright helps. Extended. C thought about the three. Kick out. Allen Wright has the range. Straight away in and out. Castellanos with the ricochet to Ellis. Ellis now with the right-handed dribble. Backs down. Double team. Kick out. Better defense on that drive by Ellis. Here's Woods. Thought about the three. Working against. And he runs over Grant C with the block. Got there a step too late. He's sideline out. Working on the baseline, Mark.
Yeah, Grant C says to himself, you know, next time I think I'll pass. 6'7", 290. I don't think I'll step in front of you next time.
Castellanos on the inbound. Uyasugi against Butler. Butler playing in that defensive spot with 10. Asali with the hedge. Uyasugi, good closeout by Butler. Kick out to Wood straight away, air. Chargers ball, picking up that defensive intensity just a little bit. 11-13 to play in the game.
Yeah, a little more movement on defense, attacking the players on the offensive side, not standing there watching, which we might have seen at the end of the first half.
Ballard running baseline. Right at the elbow. Ballard comes off that screen, pulls up from 19, no, kick out to right. Spins in the lane. Good defense by Shan, and they're going to get Shan with the reach. An anticipatory call by the official. Because you see the reach, you see the hand movements and the, but you got to wonder, is that really a foul? Because he got ball with that reach in. Offensive player going into the body, and you love the play by Allen Wright of making something happen, going to the lane instead of settling.
Well, and the thing is, too, Wright picks up the ball, takes a couple little jab steps that goes with it, too. You could have easily looked at it before the contact or anything and called a little traveling on his because he was walking down the lane with his dog saying 2 points.
51-41 after the made free throw. He leads all scorers in the game. And with the second, he's got 15 points. 53-41. Sorry, 52-41. Jerry, I'm a point ahead, my man. 10:40 to play. Hold underneath.
Ellis drives to the basket, Corey. He thought it had an easy lift. Kristen Butler said, not on my watch.
Ellis pulls up from 16. No. Hattie with the board. Christian with the left-handed dribble. No numbers. So they set their offense around the perimeter. Up top looking for that motion. Matching up out of their zone. Now back to man-to-man. Wright can have it. He wants it. He shorts it. Ellis with the rebound. Castellanos on the run. Attacking in the forecourt. Ellis. Shan hasn't shot much. Long. Allen Wright with the rebound. And there's a foul by Castellanos. Quick whistle. 17 fouls for Santa Ana. 9:56 to play. They're shooting free throws the rest of the way. Is the Chargers. 4 team fouls for Cypress. Right, back rimmed. And that was touched. They're going to say Cypress ball. As Asali gets away with it, as he poked it away from Shan and Ellis. Santa Ana disputing the ball, but they have and overruled. So Cypress with an 11-point lead at 52-41. Ballard, Butler, C in the corner. Good closeout by Ellis. Good quickness by C. Kick out to Ballard. Open 3. He's got 3 threes in the second half. He's 3 for 3 in the second half. 4 threes total. He's got 16 points. It's Court Franklin back into the ball game. Scoop shot. Spiked out of bounds by Hattie.
Wright forces him to come back that way. Hattie slides back over to make the defensive play. Great double team on a defense by Cypress.
Shan turns and faces. Whirling Dervish in the lane. Bumped by Asali. And Courtney Shan will head to the line for 2. He's out of Santa Margarita High School. Stands 6'9", 205, and Thomas Billinger will check in out of Germany. First is up and in. Ellis out, Billinger in.
Santa Ana as a team, Corey, shoots 57% from the charity stripe.
And you'd like to see what those numbers in total are. And they're going to call a lane violation on Santa Ana. I have not seen that call made in 5 years. 55, 42, 43.
See, this is why you like community college basketball. You'll find something new every game here on sports.usa.net.
Right spin in the lane. Nice, but can't finish. Did everything you needed to do but put the ball in the bucket. 8:53 to play. 13-point lead. Dons with the ball. Chargers in control. Castellanos for 3. No. Rebound chased down by Asali. Ballard. And now to C. Slowed up. 4 for 4 is Blake Ballard. No. 3 for 4 still in the second half, but Hattie Asali says, I want you to shoot another. Second chance opportunity. And almost a turnover. Timeout by Coach Al-Hadaf in his brain trust. And he's not happy, asking why. Just because you have a 13-point lead doesn't mean that you can lack concentration and make that pass. 8:21 to play in the game, and it's 55-42.
Don't forget Friday night, more basketball here on sportsnetusa.net and Chargers Live. That's right, the women. We're coming to the end of the season, and then make sure you check the homepage at Cypress and on sportsnetusa.net to see what the playoffs will look like. As of right now, Mr. Nayland believes the men and the women will end up with at least one home playoff game. We'll see how that works out and then see where that fits into the schedule here on sportsnetusa.net. Corey Nayland, Jerry on camera. I'd say your whole name, Jerry Roque, but why? You know, Jerry with the smile on camera, and the old guy here at Cypress College on sportsnetusa.net and Chargers Live. It's been a pleasure. The women's game was exciting as all get out for any basketball game. You would want to see at any level, as the women will take on Irvine this Friday night at 6 o'clock. The battle for second place in the OEC here on Chargers Live and sportsnetusa.net.
Yeah, Butler, Wright, C, Ballard, and Asali on the floor out of the timeout. Ballard pulls up from 2. And I will say about today's young players, the acting classes that they have taken, man, just marvelous. Ballard converts on the 2, looking for a three-point play the old-fashioned way, 57-42, 8-13 left to go in this ball game. And again, it doesn't seem like Cypress is blowing them out, but they're up by 15, and they're firmly in control of the game. And that's why you like this squad come playoff time as he converts on the three-point play. Because that methodicalness of this team will frustrate people in the playoffs with that half-court set. There's a reach-in foul by Cypress. Ballard or C, they get C. That's the 5th, make it 6th team foul.
But, Corey, the one thing you have to question is, and we've seen it now in the last few games, the lack of a rhythm in the game because of the amount of fouls and easy little fouls that could be avoided.
Franklin up strong. 58-44. And again, I think that is an advantage to Cypress because they're used to playing those games. And they're used to, okay, you want to get into a rhythm, you want to get up and down. Well, let's just throw a wrench in your tire. Because they play good defense. C, Asali. 10 on the shot. Asali drives, tries to counter, lowered the shoulder. And Court Franklin, my ankle hurts, my elbow hurts, my wrist hurts, takes the charge. 7:30 to play. Onyejekwe in, Asali out. Diving on the floor is Butler with the steal. They're going to jump it up, and the arrow belongs and stays with Santa Ana.
One thing that's interesting, if you watch Blake Ballard play the game, you don't see the men with their arms out as often as you do the women. The women do make sure those wingspans are out there to try and take away the passing lanes, and you saw that with the amount of turnovers in the first game. Men just don't do that. They don't get the arms out. They move the feet and depend on the feet. Ballard's one of the few that has his arms out defensively.
Solka maneuvers for elbow J. Second chance rebound by Shan. Tries to work the left. Spins in the lane. Head down. Made himself smaller. Gets the rebound. Put back no. Franklin undercut. Going to the line. Shooting 2. So Court Franklin. Coming into this game, the lefty, 4.5 points, doesn't get the friendly bounce, 3.5 rebounds. Tonight's got 5 points, looking for .6, shooting 2 of 9 tonight.
57% from the charity stripe.
Makes one, 58-44.
Misses one, so he stays there around the 50% mark.
45, 58-45. With 6:50 to play. Onyejekwe drive cut off. Ballard thought about the 3. He's been the hot player in the second half. Kick out. Onyejekwe has 1 3. Make it 2 threes in the second half. And it's 61-45. Good ball movement. And Butler with the nice find. Solka raises. No. Franklin underneath. Again on the ground. Last touch by Court Franklin. And it's 6:23 to play. Tyler Woods checks in for Courtney Shan.
So a little pressure by Santa Ana.
.615, 16-point lead for the Chargers. That halftime speech by the brain trust of the Chargers paying dividends in the second half. Oh my goodness. You talk about dancing in the lane with swift feet and proper footwork is Allen Wright. Here's Solka. Ellis. Blocking foul on Allen Wright. Good call by the official. 5:41 to play.
Allen said, wait a minute, my feet work so well at the other end. I moved him down at this end. I got my big body in front of him. I was moving just a little.
It always works better when you're on offense.
Yeah.
That fluidity. I mean, that really was pretty. And the way he maneuvered, and you talk about the best footwork you've seen. Cavante Ellis out of Virginia makes the first free throw. Rappahannock High School. .62", 190. 63-46. Go ahead.
Warsaw, Virginia. Wow. It's a trip to play basketball.
15 points for Mr. Ellis. Make it 16 points. 63-47. 5:40 to play in this OEC contest. C dribbles away from the double team. Ballard and Onyekwe on the near side. Butler calls for it to reset. 5:24 to play in the game. 16-point lead for the Chargers. Kick out almost stolen. C for three. Front rim doesn't get the friendly bounce. Tyler Woods with the rebound. Loose ball foul called on Blake Ballard.
Blake Ballard tried to get position, Corey. He tried to get underneath Tyler Woods, but size-wise and body-wise, Wood just outmanned him for that rebound. Give Ballard a lot of credit for trying to get up there and get the rebound.
10th team foul for the Chargers, so 2 shots coming to the big man. He makes the first. He's got 5 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 3 personal fouls, 63-48. And there was a lane violation for Cypress, so we've seen 2 lane violations. And Woods makes it count.
Grant C almost fell in the lane on that last shot, too. That was the thing that was interesting.
63-49 your score. Approaching 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Cypress looking to improve to 16-10 and 9-5 in conference. Fullerton Mark is number 1 in conference. They won the conference as Grant C. Can't make the 3. Allen Wright chases it down, but he's out of bounds. So a 13-0 thus far. 24-1 overall. Saddleback has really made a strong push in this second half of the season.
They've been hot.
To get to second place. They've won 6 in a row.
They've been hot. They
9-4.
played excellent basketball, Corey. We saw the last game. They're totally improved from the day you and I did their first game on sports@usa.net.
So 63-51 now after Castellanos buries that jumper. And you look at Cypress and Riverside. They sit tied for third at 8-5. Both at 15-10. Ballard, right on the baseline. Too easy. 65-51. And there's a technical foul on Allen Wright. So had some words for Tyler Woods. It's been happening all game. He gets the tee. Miles Sulka at the line for the Dons. Down by 14, can cut it to 12 with these 2. Orange Coast is at 6-6. He makes the first. They're 14-10 along with Santiago Canyon at 14-10. And the way things have been going and expansion of the playoffs in this 3C2A, You got to believe those 6 teams are making the playoffs.
So we'll see if that happens. Corey's got it 6 deep on the men's side, 4 deep on the women's side for the playoffs.
Timeout by the Dons with 4:05 remaining. And the Chargers are up by 12 on Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net.
Don't forget basketball Friday night. The women back here on SportsNetUSA.net, Chargers Live, and then softball right around the corner. Cypress College, Cerritos College on SportsNetUSA.net. Maybe 1 or 2 Saddleback games sprinkled in for flavor. All here on SportsNetUSA.net. But for now, it'll be what happens in the basketball playoffs. And we'll let you know what the lineup's going to be here on Chargers Live and SportsNetUSA.net. Jerry, Corey, the old guy, having a great time here at Don Johnson Court on the campus of Cypress College. And if you've never been around in the area, you need to come on over, see the new buildings that they did on Prop J. Just a beautiful campus, to say the least. And, of course, the educators that are here across the campus, well, they can let you know the programs they have, and maybe there's something interesting for you here at the community college level. We know there is for sports on SportsNetUSA.net.
Out of the timeout in Santa Ana ball, Ellis and Castellanos in the backcourt. Wood, Shan, and Solka. Cypress brings out Butler, Asali, Onyejekwe, C, and Ballard. Ellis working on C in the lane. No good. Loose ball foul on Kelvonte Ellis. He wanted the foul on the drive. He didn't get it. Going after his own shot, commits the loose ball foul. And that's the 10th team foul. So 3:52 to play in the game. Cypress at the line trying to extend their 12-point lead. Asali has had a quiet night. 7 points, 10 rebounds. And a brick at the line, 65-53, 3:52 in this one. 4 fouls, 1 assist, but he does have 3 blocks as well. So,
Well-balanced meal.
Oh, yeah. Quiet. Candlelight type of meal, 66-53.
Yeah, a little fruits, vegetables, side of meat, gravy on top.
Chartreuse-esque. Tyler Woods underneath. And he gets fouled, 66-55. Everybody getting their reps in. 3:41 left to go in this one. Onyejekwe out, Allen Wright in. Can he convert the 3-point play? Yes, he can. So Tyler Woods, after a slow first half, in double figures with 11. 66-56. C around everyone. Ballard for 3. No, poked out by Asali to Butler. Quick shot by C. That's short. And here's Ellis the other way with 3:21 to play. It's only a 10-point lead for the Chargers. In the air is Woods. Back to Solka. Does he have that range? No. Rebound. Right. Ballard 2-on-2 with the right. In the lane. Nice finish by Mr. Ballard. 68-56.
Checks the ball with his body, then reaches out and takes it for an easy layup.
And that quick shot by Castellanos, not what the coaches ordered with under 3 to play. with that layup, Mark Ballard has 21 points. See, he converts. So Grant has 7. So 2:21 to play. You see the score up by 15. Sulka working on Ballard. Pushes off for room and converts from 12. Miles Sulka has 12 points. Second leading scorer for the Dons. And they call a timeout with 2:11 to play in the ballgame. 71-58. Women lose in overtime to Orange Coast. 77-73 after a controversial call with .8 seconds to play. Foul was called, foul was made. Nobody's disputing that. The dispute comes on the shot. You give them 2 free throws or 3. They gave Annie Tran 3, made the first, missed the second, made the third, tied the game up. And in overtime, Orange Coast put away Cypress.
So the 10th is youth night. Make sure you come here at 6 o'clock if you're wearing your team jersey. As a youngster, you get in for free for youth night. So we'll all have our jerseys on. I'll pull out a few that I have stashed in my closet. Make sure I don't get charged for anything when I get here. Still have some of my, let's see, Pee-wee jerseys, Little League jerseys.
You're serious?
Man, when you're a champion, you keep all those things. You know, if you just play, I understand you just throw them away. But when you know, there's the memories there of greatness.
Let it go. You seen Frozen, right? No, I'm kidding. 73-58. Here's Uyasugi. Misses the layup quickly. And it's 73-58, 1:45 left to go in this ball game. We'll reset those lineups as Ballard, Wright, Jordan Taylor, Christian Butler, Allen Wright muscles in. And Trevon Morris, the 5 on the floor. Allen Wright with that bucket, he's coming out. As both squads emptying the benches, and it's a 17-point lead for the Chargers. Their biggest of the game was 18. Sorry, no, matching their biggest lead, of 17. They were up 27-10 in the first half. So Uyasugi, Franklin. In is Sam Aryan, number 11, who has the ball here. Drives, blocked by Caleb Dwyer. He's out of bounds on the save attempt. Shan and Uyasugi out. In for is Darian Hammonds. And Raul Rodriguez out of La Mirada, the 5 on the floor. Actually, that was Blinkenberg with the block. So Gabriel with the block and that rebound there with Jordan Taylor. Trevon Morris wears 15. Blake Ballard and Caleb Dwyer is number 50. 62 seconds remaining. Morris, Ballard. Almost throws it away. Morris saves it. Back to Blake in the lane. Very animated on the shot. He's got 23 points. And it is now 77-58. Cypress will improve to 16-10. Their overall record. They'll improve to 9-5 in Orange Empire Conference play. Santa Ana will drop to 9-16. And 5-8 in Orange Empire Conference play. And Ballard can shoot free throws. And he has that three-point play as Alvin Renfro Hardy. He checks in for the first time. Elsewhere around the league, the conference, Mark, Orange Coast, 72. Saddleback, 67. Big win for Orange Coast. They needed that.
Huge win. Huge win.
Santiago Canyon stays the course over Golden West, 103-62. And Fullerton, well, they just keep riding. They improved to 25-1, 78-51 over Irvine Valley. There's a reach in on Jordan Taylor, wanted to get in the stat book, so he commits a foul with 36 seconds left. Hammonds clanks the first one. East LA 125-74 over Rio Hondo. And Hammonds converts on a second, so 78-59. About a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Renfro Hardy dribbles into the corner. Jump pass to Morris. Turnover. Rodriguez pulls up. Misses. Hammonds. He misses. Franklin working hard underneath. And that's the ball game, folks. Cypress 78, Santa Ana 59. The women lose 77-73 to Orange Coast. For Mark Pavlovich, Jerry Roque, and everyone here at Cypress College, the Cypress men get their 16th win of the season. I'm Corey Nayland, and you've been watching Cypress College Live on SportsNetUSA.net.